Brian and Lou backstage at PIQNIQ inside the AT&T Access Granted Lounge. And
inside the bowels of Tinley Park.
That's right, Jared Leto. Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Thank you so much.
How are you, my friend?
I appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt. I get a little excited.
You do.
Anytime the word bowel comes to my mind, I have to spit it out.
Well, anytime you can use it, it's a good day.
Spit it out or else shit it out. Anyway, so you got some handwritten notes there. I'm impressed.
Oh, I do, but they're handwritten on the phone, which makes them techie.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. See that?
Very meta.
It's right. It's right.
If you printed that on a piece of paper, then that would be very bizarre.
And it's me holding the note in my hand, and now it's a pic. Now I'm holding that in my hand. It's just
That's
it just
weird.
keeps going and going and going. It's crazy.
Interesting.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. We've been having an incredible tour. The shows have been absolutely phenomenal. It's great to be out with Linkin Park and AFI, and a really, really successful tour all the way around.
You know, the one thing I really dig about you guys, and I've known you for a bunch of years, that you truly are a global band. I mean, you go all over the world.
Places bands dream of going.
Exotic
you guys
places
play.
and remote places. I mean, talk about some of the cool stamps on your passport.
Oh man, I actually, to tell you the truth, my passport is so thick that when when customs agent get it, they're like, they don't even know if it's real. Yeah, they're like, where have you been? Everywhere. And in customs sometimes like list the countries you've been previously. I'm always like, oh my god.
Where do I start?
Yeah, I mean, just this summer, we did a European tour. We were in Russia and Poland, Germany, France, Italy, Sardinia, Corsica, Luxembourg, and beyond. But we played in everywhere from Lebanon to Oman to China to South America. We're going to South America again very soon, to Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, Peru, Argentina.
You should just start listing places you haven't been. It's going to take you less time. There you go.
Yeah.
Bhutan and Mongolia are the two that we need to cross off the list. But it's interesting. Like we use a broadcast platform called Vert, and on it you can watch live bands broadcast their concerts and other things. But we get people on it there was someone from Syria on it earlier today, and Iran, and places that we couldn't really play right now. But it's exciting to be able to share our music via new technologies. I would love to go and play in Egypt and in Iran and Iraq and those places. We played in the Middle East before, and it's absolutely incredible.
I'm sure a lot more goes into playing at a place like that than it does Tinley Park.
Well, I mean, yeah, in some ways it can take a lot of planning, just playing in exotic places. Or places that are, having, either political or social unrest, and we've done that as well.
And how frequently do they actually have tours going around in those areas?
Most people cancel.
It's just so completely new to them to have a band show up and do a show like you guys do.
I think so, and people are really grateful when you can. We played the Ukraine recently.
Which total unrest right now.
Yeah, and we were the only band that didn't cancel their show there, and it was a magical experience, just having that kind of cultural exchange. But what a wild business and creative field to be in, that your work can be interrupted because of social or political instability. It's one of the reasons when I got the Oscar and I went up and I gave my acceptance speech that I mentioned, places like Venezuela and the Ukraine, because they're part of our lives, and it means a great deal to us.
And even the music is so anthemic, and it translates, any language and any barrier. And that's the thing, I think, which is really impressive about your band and your music.
We have so many woe-ohs in our song. I mean, eventually I'm just going to stop writing lyrics, and it's just going to be like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, oh, oh, and everybody can understand it. That's it.
That's a hit right there.
Ooh, ah, ah, oh, oh.
The first time I saw you, I know you're very good with promoting your own music and personally reaching out to media and radio. Because I remember I got an email from you a bunch of years ago, and I had to ask the record person, is this really Jared? I mean, it wasn't like Jared Leto at Gmail. I mean, it was whatever it was, but I know how active you are.
Well, thanks for giving out my email address.
Now they all know.
And the phone number is, but the very first time I saw you was 2005.
Yep.
coffee house in Belmar, New Jersey,
Wow.
when you were promoting the Life is Beautiful
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, A Beautiful Lie, and I
Beautiful
remember
Lie,
that,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
that. I remember going down there.
Yeah. Do you
and,
really?
and how it was very important for us to do that at that time. I remember that very, very clearly. Yeah.
It was acoustic set.
Yeah, I remember.
It was cold.
I remember. And those were really special times, important times for us. That was the foundation that we built this whole thing on top of, one person at a time. I mean, we never had like that runaway song or runaway album or that one moment where the world fell in love with us for a second. That was never the case with 30 Seconds to Mars. We always had to work for it, and we still do, and that's okay. But it's our life now. We've been doing it a long time. Seen a lot of bands come and go, and we have a lot of gratitude.
But I think that speaks to it. You build a really strong following that way. You say the bands come and go, but do they all really work the way you guys did to kind of build that grassroots and the people that are still with you today? I think it pays off.
Well, it certainly has paid off for us, and
Right.
we have just an army of believers out there that are so supportive and encouraging. It's
We
awesome.
we threw it out on Twitter a couple
cool.
of days ago asking if anybody had any good questions for you guys. We got
great.
a chance to talk to you. And Peace and Love 66 wants to know how you guys come down after your show. It's just such an adrenaline rush. How do you guys?
It's a great question. How do we come down after the show? And I've talked to another friend of mine who's a really famous pop star, and they have that problem when the show is done. They just want more and more and
I
more.
can only imagine.
But with us, we leave everything on the stage. I mean, by the time we get off the stage, I can barely sing.
So you're
We're
spent.
exhausted, and I have to do it that way, or else I would probably have that feeling.
Sure.
But we just leave it all out there every single night. And it's a lot. I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried to sing along to a 30 Seconds to Mars song.
In the car, and I was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really good.
In the
I was
car
going
in
to
the
say you
studio
need to
every
put
morning, too. What are you
your
talking about? Let
nuts
me be
in a vice grip sometimes just to hit the notes. It's a lot. It's very demanding.
I bet.
Everyone has a demanding role out of the three of us on the stage.
Another question on
Yeah,
there?
we did. We got one other one. It was from Ashley_Mars, which I would attribute to you guys.
Okay. take
Will
it.
we see some sort of collaboration with you guys in Lincoln Park on stage tonight at PIQNIQ?
Ooh, that would be so great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would love to do that. It would be a lot of fun, but I'm not so sure about that. But you never know.
You never know.
You're gonna have to wait to the very end of the show to find out.
That's why you don't leave early. You're not going to be traffic. Stay for that.
That's right. So
Ja-
you never know.
Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars, PIQNIQ,
Yes.
and plans for the fall. You already talked about the
We're
rest
going
of
to
the
South
world you're going to
America and
conquer.
then South Africa, and then we're gonna take a little. I can't believe it's like basically the year's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes right. Remember when you were kids and it seemed like Halloween to Thanksgiving was like a lifetime, right?
Oh, my God. And Christmas was never coming.
No,
Never.
and like when you're at Thanksgiving, it's like Christmas is so far away.
You get out of school for summer and you're like, oh, this is great. I'm done. Now it's just done. It's over.
Why can't it be backwards? Why can't youth go quickly? It seem quicker, and then as you get older, life seems longer and longer.
You'd
Yeah.
appreciate
Doesn't seem
it so
like
much more.
right?
Yeah.
Man, God, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween are basically the same holiday. We could all
It's
just
like the same week.
can we just dress as Santa Claus and get through all of it?
But Halloween seems to expand now because people wear their costumes like 10 days
They
before and
do.
10
It's
days
gotten
after.
bigger, hasn't
and
it?
more elaborate.
It used
over
to
the
be,
years.
I guess, when I was a kid, Halloween was more just about candy, and now it seems more about like the craziest costumes.
Or who's going to come up with the obscure one that everybody's like,
Yes.
oh, this guy.
Oh my God, you're the supporting actor in the 4th episode of Star Trek 1976.
I just binge watched that the other
Yeah.
night.
That's right. God, that got killed and lost. First season, episode 4.
It's more of an adult
I would
holiday
have
now,
never
yeah.
known. Anyway,
Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars, backstage at PIQNIQ. Looking forward to seeing your set again, probably for the 10th or
Thanks,
11th
man.
time. And always,
thanks. It's
always
like
cool chatting
fine
with you.
wine. It's getting better and better.
There's your soundbite. Jared, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.